Hello everybody, you're here with Rambo and this is Rambo's Tips, my first big video of PES 2017. The reason it's taken so long is I wanted to learn the game properly so I could share it with you and hopefully we can all get better together and get better as a community. Right then guys, tip number one is know your players. If you go into any edit menu, you can see what your players' strengths are and you can see what they are good and what they are bad at. Know what your players are like, know if they're good in the air, know if they are left or right footed, know if they can win the ball back, know if they've got bad stamina, and then you can play accordingly. Tip number two guys, and this ties in with tip number one, is play to your players' strengths. If you have got a player like Theo Walcott or Alexis Sanchez playing up front for you, there is absolutely no point whatsoever lumping in crosses one after the other. Likewise, if you've got Giroud up there who is a beast in the air, that is what you should be doing, guys. Play to your players' strengths. You will win more games. Tip number three, this is a big one. I believe this is very important this year, is possession is king this year. The last 2 years on Pro Evolution Soccer, counter-attacking football has been the way to win games. This year, however, possession is the way to win games, guys. Keep the ball, play the ball nice, 1-2s, keep the dream alive, guys. Counter-attacking football this year is a lot weaker than it was last year. Bear that in mind when you're setting up your team, guys. Tip number four, do not allow yourself to be pushed back. Some people are going to play aggressive this year. You have a lot of aggressive options. You've got the gegenpress, you've got frontline press, you've got aggressive. Most people, most good players that I've played so far are playing an aggressive game. Do not allow yourself to be pushed back, guys. Fight fire with fire. If someone is trying to keep the ball in your half, make sure you fight them back with pressure and aggression back so you can move your way up the pitch. Number five, this is the oldest tip and I do it every year, and the reason for that is because it's always a good tip, is if you are under pressure, if you're in that position where you cannot get out of your own half, do not be afraid, guy, to hoof it. Get that shit out of there, because that is what you have to do. You cannot be passing around the back with 78 rated centre backs hoping for the best. That shit don't fly. If you are under severe pressure, get out of there, regroup, move your team up the field, and fight it back at a later date. Number six is still an age-old one, but it's a cracker. Do not sprint everywhere, especially on this game. A lot of people will have noticed it is very, very difficult to go past players on this game just by sprinting. You need to be a bit mercurial. Do you know what I mean? You need to take your time, and sprinting everywhere will not do it. It will also damage your stamina for later on in games, and nobody wants that. Tip number seven, this is a good one. Think about what your opponent is doing and think about why you're losing the game. If you're 1-0 down after 40 minutes and you haven't had a shot, ask yourself why. Because if you don't understand why you're losing, you will not be able to remedy it and you will not be able to go on and win the game just by constantly going over the same things again and again. I will go over this in more detail in my advanced tactics tutorial, which will be up in the next few days. Number eight, another old trick, another cracker, something that all the pros use. Make sure you are using your radar. It will be on the bottom of your screen. Everyone uses it. This will tell you where your players are and it will tell you where the opponent's players are. If you know where your players are, you have got a lot better chance of reaching them with long passes, short passes, any passes, and it will help you. It will also help you defensively. If you know that he's got players in acres, you can move your defensive line back and stuff that threat out right away. Tip number nine, and this is a tip that I've never given before, but I think it's important this year, and that is learn some skills, motherfuckers. Learn some skills this year. Skills, I think, are important. It's very tough to beat a man one-on-one this season unless you have an incredible player. Learn some skills. You can do it in the skills menu. You can do it in the skills training. And you can just do it. Play a game on the computer on novice or on easy or beginner and just go around a few players. Try a few skills. Make sure you turn auto feign off if you're going to try and do this. That will be in the options menu. And just learn 2 or 3. I've learned 2 or 3 and it's fun and it's improved my game no end. Tip number 10. On this game you have the slider back, which means that you can decide with a tap of your button. If you press up twice or down twice on your directional D-pad, it will change how attacking or defensive you are playing at that time. Do not be afraid to go balls to the walls. If you're 1-0 down with 5 minutes to go, what's the worst that can happen? I would stick that slider all the way up to overdrive and attack, 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 try and get that equaliser in the last 5 minutes. You'll be surprised how often it happens. Your centre-backs go up, your goalies go up for keepers. It's great stuff. Make sure you use your sliders this year, guys. Very, very important. Number 11, I said this a little bit earlier, but in a different way. But learn tactics. Go into the tactical menus is very, very important, guys. There is so much this year tactically. And remember, it's not just who the best player is this year, it's who is the smartest player, who is the best tactician. This video is hopefully going to give you some small tips. We are going to be doing a basic tactics tutorial and an advanced tactics tutorial, and that's going to go into all the ways that you can win and all the ways that you can learn what your opponent is doing and counter what they are doing. Number 12, and this is an important one, and this is overlooked by many, many people, but enjoy the game. Enjoy it, guys. Don't just play to win. If you're only playing to win the game, you are inevitably not going to enjoy it, because only 1 or 2% of the people who play PES are going to be rated 1,000 or in Division 1 on my club. There is a very, very good chance you're not in that 1 or 2%. I hate to break it to you guys, I'm not in that 1 or 2%. The best thing to do is enjoy the game. Enjoy the level you're at. Yes, try to get better. Yes, be competitive. But don't do anything to win. And don't leave yourself to the point where you're getting upset or angry because you're losing games. Try and figure out ways to get better. Go and have a sandwich, have a coffee, come back, get back to it, and I'm sure you will start winning games if you stick with me on this journey and stick with me through these videos. Right then, guys, tip number 13 to really get better at PES and to enjoy PES, this ties in with the last one as well, is join me on the Pro Evolution Network to get fun, competitive games in a league with a transfer market. You're playing against 100 other managers. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really, really changed the way that I play PES, and I absolutely love the league. It's a fantastic community. So I invite all of you, every single one of you, come and join me on Pro Evolution Network, where the games are fun, community nights are had, you get your own team, you can build a legacy, and hopefully I will see you on there. You can add me for games, and I will see you soon. Right then, guys, very important that you like and share this video. Feel free to comment if you think there's anything I've missed. Thanks for watching, thanks for staying with me, and we'll see you all shortly.